Hey guys. Hi. Welcome everybody. Welcome replay watchers. Hi. So good. So good. Hey Crix. Hey the world of YouTube. Hey the world of Facebook. Book that is face. Tube that is you. Hello Intuitive Lifestyles Consulting peeps. Good to see you guys too. Really good to see you. So I'm going to just double check some of my tech. Make sure we're all a go. Great. So you can hear me. I just heard myself with a little delay. Hey, did the music sound strange? Did it come out strange, Alicia? Like it stopped halfway through. It could be these. It could be what I have going on here. Anyway, here I am coming back to the thing, feeling the feels. 2022, New Year is here. It feels like it's just begun for me. Honestly, it feels like it has just begun. It has just begun. We just started the full moon, and so that means we're waning right now, and that is my favorite time, the whole time of release, the time of release. Release the life, everybody. Release. My birthday's coming up as well. So I kind of feel that turning of the year. So here we are. Here we are. I'm in one piece. I'm alive. I'm feeling really good, really grounded. I've started a lot of things. So today, I'm just coming back to say hi, starting a new gig here Friday nights like I used to do. Friday days, we'll see how it goes. A couple of my peeps have live streams and other platforms, other ways to be seen on a live stream on Fridays as well. So I don't want to conflict with their stuff because I like to keep tabs on what they're doing, even though I'm not there that much. And what we do, for those of you who are watching replay, is I just yammer for a little bit first. I say, hi, how are you, to all my friends that are coming. Hi, Claire. How's it going, beautiful woman? And then we do a little bit of housekeeping. So I'll go over some of the basics. And today, we'll see what arises after that. I don't have a real plan, although I do have to say, I kept getting hits to pull out a couple of my card decks. This one, beautiful Threads of Fate, is one of my favorite card production duos companies, and of course, the Sweet House Domination deck. So those are some cheeky card pulls. So card pulls. What is that? I like to do a full card spread, which is soon to be one of my offerings. So my offerings have changed, and that's what I want to talk about. Normally, this is how it's going to look. This is what's going to go down. I'm going to come up here every week and do the hi, how are ya? Do any homework, housekeeping. That's what it is, housekeeping, homework. I don't know. They begin with H. Things you did when you were younger. Although I still do both of those. To be honest, I still do both of those. Then we'll do we'll see what comes up. It'll be a guided meditation, perhaps. It will be a teaching. It will be perhaps a little bit of a dance. I'm in an apprenticeship to do ecstatic dance DJing, so we'll see how far I go with that. We'll see. I've already started. You can see a link if you're on one of my platforms. I posted a link to one of my new mixes, just a short one. And then after the warm up, so the normal flow for Fridays, after that kind of warm up with the hello, how are ya, the housekeeping, the teaching, the guided meditation, the movement dance, who knows? It's some kind of let's get the juices. Answering some questions perhaps? I don't know. Then we'll do something else. It will be probably energy readings. That's what I'm doing these days, and that's what I've always done. Everybody knows this. This is what I've always been doing. Steve, look at you, my shaman friend. They're all coming out of the woodwork today. I'm so glad. A lot of you were instrumental in me getting back on my feet, and I want to send my deep appreciation and thank you to all of you who were so supportive of my process over the last couple of months. It was deep, dark at times. There's always light, for sure. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much for that. So I'll continue to do the hi, how are yous? And I am seeing mostly people from the book that is face here. Nobody from my tube that is you just as yet, although that could change. Oh, my crickets, as usual. Hey, crickets. They're in the background. Chick, chick, chick. They'll be showing up. They often are on the YouTube, so I'll find that posse there. Let's interweave some of this hi, how are ya with some of what's happening with the newness. We're not quite at spring equinox. That's March 20th this year, anyway. Let me just let you know that I've been through a big transformation, a kind of comeuppance with some of what was into the what is new. So for a while there, the butterfly wings were a little damp. Now they're strong. And come to find out, I wasn't a butterfly at all. I was a phoenix. So that being said, oh, hello, Darlene. Ah, miss you too, baby. Miss you too. So that my process has informed and really given me some clarity on not just what I offer, but who I serve in truth. Who I serve in truth. So let me get to that first. And those of you who are here will recognize some of this. I have a little commenty thing that I think I might want to put up. Let me find that. That encapsulates my who these days. Now, as you are doing business plans and things like that, am I a fan of structure? Yes. Am I a fan of the traditional ways of doing structure? Not at all. However, my who's it and my what's it has become super clear. And so, do you identify as, and I want to say that right up front, identify as, because what we understand in terms of terms of I am this, they're just markers. They're just markers. They can be distorted and turned into a distorted truth, or we can just let them be. So, do you identify as a star seed? What's the percentage of star seedness in your soul DNA? Or from the mission realm, incarnate angelic being? And I have at least one of them here on my feed today that I know of. Do you identify as the kind of light worker that goes high into the multidimensional realms because it's familiar to you and plummets deep into the core of Mama Gaia because that too is on your mission statement? Are you a mover and a shaker? Are you somebody that likes to do, likes to evolve? Like me, I like to evolve people, individual incarnate beings. I like to move through the world. Some people identify as that kind of energy. If this is you, these little markers, if some of these resonate with you, then I've probably already worked with you in some capacity. You've already been drawn to me. You're already experienced. You already know your stuff, babe, dude. You already know what you're doing. And there's more. There's always more. So these are the people that are coming to me these days because they're going through like I have been going through, like many of us have been going through, a phoenix process. I The phoenix process to me is distinct from a kundalini awakening process. It is distinct from a dark night of the soul process, both of which, if you followed me, and most of you here have, I've talked about extensively. The phoenix process is when you know and you see, and yet by choice, volitional choice, or choice of the universe, which is also you, things crumble. You have the tower card in the tarot deck. You have a tower card life at the moment. Things crumble, and you come to somewhere in the middle of that, and ah, herein lies gold. This is gold. And you're willing to burn and become the ember. You're willing to rise up feeling that burning enthusiasm for, maybe you can't even articulate it yet, but you can taste it, you can smell it, you can feel it. There's something activated there, unknown, but somewhere you know. That's the process I guide people through. That every energy session, people that are drawn to me that I've ever done has had that flavor to it. People who aren't there in their process bounce off of me and they're not drawn to me. And it's that simple. And I've finally seen that because I've had to feel that again in another way. One of my superpowers is I show up someplace and the tectonic plates shift. Now I don't have to say anything about it. I uh, it can be a workplace or an educational system or a retreat or something else. And by nature, I'm a vortex creator. And if I relax and sit into it and feel the love, it starts to move. It starts to create a tower moment. If I stay there long enough and if I'm connected long enough, it's not even me really. I'm just the operator. Hello. I even have this little thing. This looks like very much the old-fashioned Lily Donlin operator. Source is what does it. Your guides do it. I just open the vortex, and when it's in an intentional situation, like one of my sessions, and I have month-long bigger packages coming up, yeah, you have to get on your surfboard, wax it up, and ride the lava. Ride the lava. Ride the shift and rise like the phoenix that you are, as an earth angel, as a star seed, as a mover and shaker. Because I know it's not simple. And here's another thing around all of that. And some of you, okay, here we go. I'm just going to lay it on the line since I'm already telling stuff. Many of us have been trained in the chakra system and the auras and dimensions in the basic chakras, even the evolution of the chakras, even different energy systems. What if I told you that you don't have to pretend anymore that it kind of doesn't fit on your energy system? That there's other energies flowing through your system that have absolutely nothing to do with your sacral chakra. That you don't have to force these external systems onto your organic energies. It's a little scary for me to say something like that. I've known it for a long time. I've been talking about it in terms of the Elohim lockbox technique that I was working with, I guess, 3 years ago now, 2 or 3 years ago, 2.5 years ago. And so many of I guess you would call them clients, the incarnate bits of divinity that come and work with me, they feel a sigh of relief when I say that their energy systems are different. They're functioning in something different. It's not just the spherical energies. They begin to morph and become a unified field eventually. For some, for others, there's something else that comes into play. I'm learning this and I'm finding teachers that have already been doing this and they're hard to come by. There's a truth here, and I risk saying this because it goes against a lot of people's dogma, a lot of people's belief system in the 7 to 108 chakras that they have in their body. And I'm not saying that that system isn't true and accurate for some people. It is. It is if you're an earth seed, if you have a high percentage in your pie chart of your energetic DNA, that is an old soul on the path. Then some of these older energy systems will work really well for you. If you're something else, and please let me know if this resonates for you. Please let me know so that I'm not alone here. There's something else going on. There's more than one. There's more than one. And to squeeze yourself, your enormous soul that is beyond soul, your enormous divine spark into a body for one, to make it match up with the basic 7 may be really tough going for you. So it's a safe place to say that that's not your truth. It's hasn't been my truth for a while. And in some ways, I've been doubting if it ever was my truth. I was training about 30 years ago now um, with the chakras and the energies, and it had meaning for me because I was feeling things. So that's that's what I have to say. And you can go tell me to F myself if that, if that doesn't resonate with you, cool. That's fine. Are the other systems in existence that we know about real? The Hara system, the Hara line, the Dantians, uh, are of course the chakra system. Of course they exist. Of course they exist. What's the primary system you're existing from? You're expressing from. That's my question to everybody. From where are you expressing? Do you find yourself as just one big, huge, what you might call a heart chakra, and you walk around in a big gold, pink, green, egg-shaped bubble thing? That's an angelic truth. That's an angelic truth of an energy, of how energy is expressed in the body, in an incarnate body. Did I lose you? Did I lose you? Maybe. Did I gain you? Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. There's all kinds of ways to do the thing. If you're way into the experience of the starseedness, which eventually, what is that? It's a percentage. It's a percentage. It's an idea. It's a percentage of who you might be. More in alignment with these higher vibration emotional energies and mental energies, and it may fit into what people tell you is something that resonates with the existence on another planet. Sure, maybe. What's your incarnation truth? What's your truth of that as a human being? How do you incarnate is that in that? How do you become a body? How do you become a personality? Not ego in a bad sense, personality and a healthy functioning personality. How do you do that, people? How do you do that? How can I help you do that? How can I help you rock your own world? Be more than part of your mind thinks you are, but there's an inkling in you that that is your deepest truth. Because we've got to evolve like mofos right now. And yeah, we're just baby steps into the Aquarian age. We're just at the beginning. It will change so much in the decades and centuries to come, how we understand what we are now calling energy. All right, that's my 2 cents about what's happening. So you'll see on my website, I kind of wanted to bring that up. Wonder if I can. Do I feel like doing that? I feel like I need to check in with people who may or may not be here. Let's see. I think people might have just said hi and they're not really coming back. That's fine. So if that's the case, then maybe I will show. I will share. I will screen share. Share my screen. Share screen. Share screen. Window. I would have to find. I don't know if I can find it. Oh yeah, that's not going to work. All right, never mind. Sorry, trying to do something funky. I cannot, Darlene. I cannot. Yeah. What I was doing to feel really safe, thank you, Darlene. So I'll talk about that for a minute, was it everybody that has trained me, everybody in the Lightworkers Lab agrees with this. And yet, uh, that every basic 7 chakra or minor chakras throughout your entire body, high heart's a big one, mouth of God chakra in the back is another big one. They're every color. There's no one size fits all of red. Perhaps your healthiness is every chakra of yours right now is mostly gold or some metallic, and there are other little specks of colors in it. Trust what you feel, what you see, what you hear, smell, taste. Trust, you have to trust it and not go by somebody else's blueprint. So, in some of my bigger sessions that are coming this summer, we go in for a month and we map. We meet every day and then a big energy session and a couple of smaller ones over the course of a month. And we chat Monday through Friday about who you are and what's your map and where are you in your phoenix rising? What's your truth? What is your burning enthusiasm about? What are the tools you need to function fully as a divine spark, whatever flavor of spark that is, regardless of what any book or other authority tells you? What's your own authority around that? My basic sessions, I haven't described them. It's everything I do. Pete, it's everything I do. One is called deep, one's called deeper, one's called deepest. That's it. Deep, deeper, deepest. The deepest, we really, I work with you over the course of 1 week. We really go at the energy evolving you. Deeper, energy work based, a little bit of channeling. We spend as much time on the Zoom as you want to get through that. Deep, mostly an energy reading. Mostly what I'm going to be doing really soon. Mostly what I'm going to be doing here if anybody wants any of that. A chat, a little bit of a scan, talking about stuff, feeling into the energy, a little bit of channeling, And the energy will shift. It has different flavor from the deeper and definitely from the deepest. So I have links to that. If you're on the book that is face, they're somewhere in the feed here. And some people over here have been on the receiving end. So thank you for that. Those are all the things I'm doing. So what happens next? I can keep yammering on about my stuff and the stuff that is coming, and I'll do that. I'll weave that in and out. We can do some cards. We can do some energy scans. We can do some energy clearings. So, if you are somebody, there's just a few people here, and that's cool. If you are somebody that wants to be on the receiving end of a scan, of a reading, of some energy suggestion work, or a card, or simply a card, just let me know and we can move into that. I'm looking at my other device. And otherwise, if that's not the case, that's fine too. I have no agenda here. I'm coming up and I'm letting the shenanigans roll out as they want to. I'm coming up with my presence and doing whatever needs to be done, offering in whatever way I am able. I have missed being live. Yes, I love my one-on-one sessions. I love my clients. I'm amazed and I learn from every session that I do. And there's just something about the lives. There's something about community connection that feels really, really good to me. That feels joyous. That feels a part of the flow. So I'm trying to feel in just a bit. I'm feeling a real spaciousness, maybe a little something in my throat, but that doesn't feel like a thing. And when I feel that kind of blank spaciousness, that means it's whatever I want to do. There's nobody coming through asking. There's not going to be anybody deciding later to come through. I can feel that already. There's an innate peacefulness. Everybody's in their pod doing their thing, doing what they do. Super beautiful. Towards the end of the year, I'll be participating in a retreat. If you want to be with me, potentially face to face, that's when that will happen. So that's just a sneak preview. No contracts have been signed, nothing set in stone, nothing at all. At least one retreat. Maybe something else will show up. Just to let you know. And what I do on retreats is definitely different. The shift and the transformation is similar. There's a different vibe in a group. It's a group shift. There's a click in and a shift there. There's a click in. And I love working with the groups, especially when there's this unspokenness with meditation and movement meditation and dance. Check out my link above or below. There's just something there that moves. The shamanic dance work, the healing can happen wherever you have the intention for it to happen. So that's what I'm feeling. That's what's happening. What else do I need to share with the group here? My meditations kind of went on hiatus because I fell apart and kept meditating, but couldn't be seen for a while. So I was my own phoenix there for a bit. So I need to share that a little bit. Next week, I'll talk a little bit more about what's happening starting in May and then through the summer. Some other ways that I'm offering, some other ways that I feel called to be of service, to really assist everybody's individual, unique evolution. Anybody who's drawn to working with my vibration in particular. I will say, energetically, for the rest of what we have in February, it's going to be really interesting. As we move into March, there's this, we're shifting into greater ease for a while in the inner sphere. The external world will show perhaps the exact opposite, depending on where you are at with your manifestation. The further away from your central point of incarnation, uh, the further away the manifestation will be opposite. But in the inner realm, we're coming upon this acceptance and peacefulness. We're coming on this internal, coming from a deeper, more authentic expressiveness out into the world with more peacefulness in how we receive what is in our immediate environment. Generally, that's the flow of the energies that's happening. As we get closer to the summer months, there's going to be another quickening and a kind of uptick in people's intuitive and psychic abilities, wherever that is for each individual. Whatever's already happening will experience an increase. So, say you are by nature claircognizant and clairaudient, but you really desire the clairvoyance. What will increase is your clairaudience and claircognizance. And that will leak into a clairvoyance, but you will feel it first into the flood comes first into what's already open. That's a general future flow for those on the evolutionary path. So that's the only thing I have to offer today. I think I'll end a little bit early. And I'll pump up and hype up for next week when we will definitely be doing a little bit more energy work. So prepare yourselves for that. I'm not feeling the cards. I'm not sure what those cards were about. Those might be for something else I'm about to do after this. Thank you, everybody, for showing up and saying hi and for your support. My books have become open. Thank you. Limited hours. And you can go, there's a link in the feed if you're on the book that is face, and in the description if you're on the tube that is you. And the sessions are, as you see, a little bit different. Go well upon your path. Go very gently and easily. You're so welcome, Claire. Thank you so much for your support. Okay, I'll catch you next Friday, probably about the same time. I may go a little bit later, but I'll keep you posted. All right, so much love to you all. Let me X out here. Ooh, oh, you know what I have? That I love. There we go. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, beautiful people. I will catch you on the flip. So much love.